What's up, guys? This is Danny from the Lassercast, along with my daughter Charlotte, who is, how old?
9 years old.
9 years old. Isn't that a little early to be watching horror movies?
You watched them when you were 7.
The girl makes a compelling point, folks. Yeah, my first horror movie that I remember watching was A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. And I caught it on what had to be Channel 11 when I was really young. My dad kind of gave me the, all right, just don't tell your mother. But Charlotte and I have been spending quarantine just racking up horror movies. We have a list going. Name some of the ones you watched.
The Thing, Aliens.
Aliens, yes.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Crawls, The Shallows, The Reef, Jaws, Halloween. Lots of those.
Yeah, she's gotten a bunch of classics. She's gotten all three of my favorite. If I had to rank my top three, Jaws, Halloween, and The Thing, she's watched them all. She's got some pretty thick skin for a 9-year-old. I guess it runs in the family, huh?
We also watched Poltergeist.
Oh yeah, Poltergeist. One of my all-time favorites as well. So we're here to talk about a specific movie that we just watched, which was
American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, stand up, show them your shirt. Okay, that's the old wolf man, not the American Werewolf in London. But yeah, she wrecks the horror gear as well. The American Werewolf in London, directed by, I remember this time. I keep forgetting who directed it. It was John Landis, the guy who directed Animal House. John Landis, and of course it's known more for Rick Baker's amazing makeup and transformation effects. But American Werewolf in London, 1981, and what did you think right away?
So when he was dreaming and he saw himself in the woods in the hospital bed with, what was her name?
The nurse.
Nurse.
Alex?
Alex, yeah, Alex. He had this vampire looking jump scare and I started crying. Yeah. But I didn't think it looked like a werewolf. I thought it looked like a vampire.
Yeah, that is one of the best jump scares I think in horror history. And Charlotte actually walked in while I was watching Joe Bob's Last Drive-In on Shudder one night. And what movie did you watch that had another amazing jump scare in it?
Exorcist 3.
That's right. The scene in the hospital, of course, the big scissor
statue,
yeah,
cutter.
And I fooled her with that one because there's a kind of semi-jump scare right before that where the nurse is scared by a patient in the room.
And then this guy just comes out of a box.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, I'm hiding here. Stop.
Yeah, and I lied to her because that's what I do. And I said, that was the jump scare, don't worry.
I still hate you.
And then she got by the scissors. But yeah, the jump scare in American Werewolf in London that she described where David wakes up in the woods in his dream and he looks like a vampire. Yeah, she did not react well to that. We actually had to pause the movie.
We had to watch it in the morning because you decided to watch it at night.
That was a bad call on my part. Well, that goes to the whole idea of you and werewolves, right?
That's my biggest fear.
Yes, of all the things in horror, Werewolves seem to be the thing that scares her the most. Monster Squad.
The Thing. It's kind of like The Thing. I can't trust anyone once it's nighttime.
That's a good point. Yeah, in The Thing, obviously,
you can't trust anyone.
You can't trust anyone unless you stick a hot wire into their blood. But yeah, when it comes to werewolves, you don't know who's a werewolf until the sun goes down.
And the full moon comes up. Beware of the moon, David.
Stay clear of the moors. What other werewolf movies have we watched?
Silver Bullet, Bad Moon. I walked in with you when I was walking.
Bad Moon is an incredibly underrated werewolf movie.
Dougie!
Silver Bullet, of course, lots of nostalgia there. Cycle of the Werewolf was the first thing that I ever...
Yeah. I never watched that.
No, Cycle of the Werewolf is the novella, the short novel that Stephen King wrote that Silver Bullet is based on. But American Werewolf in London, the best jump scare, one of the best jump scares ever. But also, of course, we have to talk about the transformation.
Oh my god, I didn't even want to watch the transformation, and I've seen History of Horror, and I've seen the transformation.
She walked in knowing it, and it still scared her a little bit.
I just didn't want to know what happened before it.
What part of the transformation do you think hurts the most? The feet, the hands, the face coming out, the back? What do you think?
I think the spine.
Yeah, I think if your spine elevates out of your back and yeah, ugh.
I'm getting spine headache right
Don't
now.
worry, the sun's up. It's early. It's the morning here, so I don't think you have to worry.
Good.
What else? Do
I'm
you?
shivering.
You're shivering? Like that
Yeah, my
might
teeth's chattering.
that might be from the air conditioner, but
I'm
yeah.
not even cold.
We have some more werewolf movies that we have to watch. Dog Soldiers is another great werewolf movie. Late Phases, which I just watched for the first time earlier this year, is another really good one. But American Werewolf in London. What else? Who else was your favorite character aside from David?
Jack.
Jack, right? So talk about Jack.
Oh my god. In the last part in the movie theater, I almost freaked out.
Why? What?
Jack just looked like the green skeleton that had like really burnt skin and just like eyes popping out of his sockets.
Everyone gives Rick Baker, I mean, the guy won a freaking Academy Award, the first ever for makeup, because of the transformation scene, let's face it. But I will go on record and say that the makeup for Jack is equal to, or controversial, more impressive than the transformation.
And everyone in the movie theater just had like ketchup all over them.
I love how they portray Jack in this movie.
I call him ketchup.
Ketchup. I love how he goes from having the big slash marks across him when you first see him in the hospital.
He looks kind of like he kind of just looks like he's really badly hurt in the hospital.
Yeah.
But then once you see him in the house and the movie theater, he's like... Ugh.
But by the end of the movie, he is like a rotting corpse. And the best part is that Griffin Dunne, the actor, manages to remain hilariously funny throughout all of that with all the makeup on, and you still get his personality, and that goes to both Griffin Dunne and Rick Baker in that movie. Is there anything else that you want to say about American Werewolf in London?
Not really.
Where did we watch American Werewolf in London? We watched it on, did we watch it on?
Blu-ray, I think. Or DVD.
I think I have it on Blu-ray, but I think it's also streaming. Let's find out. Let's see, where else is it streaming?
Should I flip the camera?
No.
Oh.
What do you got behind you over there? You want to talk about?
Oh, yes. So we have a pop from Psycho, a little toy of Gizmo from Gremlins. Cute. I love Gizmo. Come here, Pennywise. Scorpion Pennywise. Rawr. That freaked me out when my dad showed me that. And we have a big Jaws poster right there, right behind Gizmo. And last but not least, we have a whole Halloween blanket.
Yeah, I would show you. We would show you more, but we're getting new flooring put in, so all of our stuff is literally packed up. We actually watched American. I have it on DVD, but we watched American Werewolf in London streaming on HBO, and of course we highly recommend it. How many stars do we give it out of 5? 5. All right, so we're going to be back with more, talking more horror movies. Daddy, daughter, this is the Horror Fam. All right, Lasser Cast. We'll see you later.